Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Delish. Today I'm really excited to make Silvanas, a meringue and buttercream cookie. It's a smaller version of the Filipino dessert sans rival. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. If you're ready, let's get started. And we'll start by separating 6 eggs from the whites and the yolks. And I do that in a separate bowl just in case I accidentally break one of the yolks. We won't be using any of the yolks today, so you can save that for making frittatas or custards or anything like that. So we'll get this started on medium so it's nice and frothy. We'll add a ½ teaspoon of cream of tartar and continue to whip. At this point, we're going to slowly add in our granulated sugar and whip until a firm meringue. So we've taken it off our machine and look how nice and fluffy that meringue is. We are going to gently fold some finely chopped cashews in there. We'll do it in 2 batches, just so we don't deflate the meringue. And as usual, the recipe and ingredients can be found down below in the description box. I have a pastry bag here, and I'm going to scoop about half of this out because we're going to make 2 trays of cookies. You want to make sure that you don't overfill the bag so you can fold down the top. And I don't have a tip on there, and that's okay because we're just going to pipe these into little rounds. I've placed a small dot of meringue in each of the corners to help hold my parchment paper down while I am piping my cookies. And it's okay if they don't look pretty because we're just going to smooth out the top when we're done piping. And when you smooth out the tops, you want to try to get your cookies to about 3/8 of an inch to ½ an inch thick. We're going to bake these for about 15 to 20 minutes. But after 15 minutes, you definitely want to check your oven, see how they are looking. You'll notice that the meringues are slightly dry just around the edges. And then one last step before we insert it in the oven, we're just going to tap the tray a little bit to see if there's any large air pockets that needed to be released. Alright, so this took me 20 minutes to cook my meringues. They're slightly browned and crispy on the edges. We'll leave them on the tray to cool completely while we bake off the other set of cookies. So I just used a small offset spatula to help loosen my cookies from my tray. I have one recipe of my favorite buttercream, and to find this recipe you can click the link above for my Pianono sponge cake rolls. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to place a little bit of my icing on the inside of my cookie, and then we're going to smush a second cookie on top. And you only need a thin layer because you're actually going to coat all surfaces of your cookie. You're going to do the tops, bottoms, and edges, and then roll it into some crumbed graham crackers. And I think it's easiest if you start with first the edges around the cookie to make sure all the gaps are filled. And then the top half. Roll that half into the graham crackers, and then you can do the second side. Roll that in our graham crackers. And then now that you have a base to hold on the bottom of the cookie, you can do the second side. And it's okay if you get crumbs in your buttercream because you're going to dip it right back into the graham crackers anyway. And then after you coat all sides of your meringue, you'll set it back on your tray. And I like to serve them when they're actually hard out of the refrigerator or even the freezer. It's kind of like an ice cream treat for me, I would say. But normally you would serve this at room temperature. All right, I am done icing and coating my cookies. And you'll see that I do have quite a bit of buttercream left. So you can actually pop this in an airtight container and freeze it, either to make more cookies or to frost cupcakes or cake in the future. So I'll wrap this up really well with some plastic wrap and let it chill in the refrigerator for a few hours until it's nice and firm. Thanks for joining me today while I made these Silvanas. If you enjoyed the recipe, don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button down below and share this video with your family and friends. If you ever make one of my recipes, don't forget to post to Instagram and tag me, @TrishDelish. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.